Hey guys, how are you? I'm gonna do a reading here with the Island Time Wellness cards. It's actually just a mini deck, so it's not gonna be the original deck with all the booklet reading stuff, but I'm just gonna go with my intuition. So whatever love situation you're in, whether you're married, maybe you're in a boyfriend, girlfriend, if you're single, this is probably not for you. I mean, this could be someone you know, but this is for people who are involved in a relationship of some form of commitment, okay? Could be someone you're dating, could be someone you're married to, it could be someone, that you're actually like living with and committed to as a boyfriend, girlfriend thing, or whatever. Whatever your situation is. We'll just see what the cards say, okay? Well, of course, they all went down there. They always go down here. Okay, healthy choices. Okay. So, healthy choices. Yeah, making healthy choices in love and life, self-love, self-care, and being happier. So, either you or someone you know is making healthier choices and you're just trying to be happier. You're loving yourself because you're realizing, or the person you're involved with is realizing that by loving themselves, they can love the other person or other people easier. And, also that as we are caring for ourselves and doing for ourselves and loving ourselves, then we can also care for other people as well. You can't give from an empty well, right? Okay. And someone else is very heartbroken over this person who's making healthier choices. So someone's healthier choices is really breaking the heart of someone else. It's like they wanted to keep this person in a situation where they're always making bad choices, where they were staying in low vibrational energy, where they were not growing and becoming a better version of themselves, okay? So this person is deeply hurt, they're sad, there is possibly a separation going on. I think there's a lot of separations going on, or talk about separating, breakups, feeling lost, grieving, and mourning. So there's some people who want to make healthier choices, and in doing so, someone else is going to feel very heartbroken, okay? Okay, because this person who's making healthier choices wants to be in paradise. They want happiness, they want expansion, they want joy, they want playfulness, oneness. They want to enjoy each other. They're tired of being in a heartbroken state of mind, okay? Yeah, and this is the butterfly. So, relationship is evolving to the next phase, healing their inner child and growth. So, this person who's making the healthier choices is healing their inner childhood wounds. Or if they're not, they know that in order to grow, in order to elevate this relationship to the next phase, there has to be inner childhood wounds that have to be healed. So if you're in a relationship and you want to stay in that relationship, you or the person you're with is feeling heartbroken because you're not healing these childhood wounds. As these wounds heal, this relationship, and y'all make healthier choices and grow more spiritually, you can go closer to paradise. You'll find more happiness. You'll have more playfulness, and you'll enjoy each other more. But first, both people have to heal, and they have to love themselves enough to choose themselves over everyone else, and then they can grow and transform and get to this place of paradise, okay? Now, some people, I don't think that that's the case. Like, if the other person's not willing to heal the childhood wounds, then they're gonna have to leave them heartbroken. Lightning, yeah, because there's about to be a sudden change, shocking news, a surprise, epiphany, upheaval, and transformation. So I think for this person, this change is gonna be very shocking. And they don't like that this person is suddenly transforming, or they don't like in the past that this person suddenly just decided to transform and change and had an epiphany. This person, so in this relationship, one person has spiritually awoken, has like awoken to like all the craziness and the madness of this matrix. They're cracking the codes. They're figuring out what's really going on with their purposes. And the other person is just heartbroken because they're not understanding why this person's having all these changes and why they're having this like quick growth. And it's just causing a huge upheaval. This person's having an epiphany and saying, listen, I want paradise. I want to transform. I do not want to be heartbroken in a miserable relationship anymore, okay? So let's see. You guys are taking forever. Okay, yeah, addiction. Yeah, because this person is, or the people in this relationship, someone's realizing that they've been codependent, they've been obsessed, there's possession, controlling, and there's just a block and they're restrained, okay? This relationship is like an addiction. It is not healthy. It's like the ball and chain on the heart, okay? And they're having an epiphany. Someone's having an epiphany about this. And then you have girl talk in reverse. So, yeah, they're tired of spending time with their friends. They don't want to move on. They don't want to be single. They're tired of just like having fun and being with their girlfriends. They want a relationship. But this person who's making these healthier choices, I think, is just like letting them go out with their friends more and letting them just do whatever they want to do. And it's like these guys are just growing further and further apart. Like one person is kind of going within and just staying home and doing, you know, like healing. And the other person is just out trying to distract themselves, like going out with friends and partying. But it's just a distraction, and it's just slowing down what really has to happen in this relationship, you know, the healing that has to happen. Yeah, because someone's just not receiving what they need, okay? They want to receive what they need. They want to progress and they want to move on. So, closure issues. Someone's having a hard time telling another person that they want to leave and this isn't working out. They want paradise. They don't want to break someone's heart. But they know they have to make healthier choices. They know they have to go through the spiritual transformation. And they know that this relationship is more codependent. It's an addiction. It's controlling, and it's blocking them and restraining them from becoming their true best self, okay? Yes, and going out with their friends and all that kind of stuff is a distraction. It's not, you know, it's just kind of like putting a band-aid over cancer. It's not helping at all. And whoever is in this relationship, both parties are not receiving what they need, okay? Because they're not in the right union, okay? And there's some closure issues going on, and maybe there's some other relationship from the past that there was not closure with. Or maybe they don't know how to close out this relationship, but this is the hammer. The hammer's coming down, okay? But it could be, you know, they're just like, okay, this person just feels like it's just repetitive. They just keep rebuilding. It falls down, they rebuild it. They try to repair it. There's a big fight. Everything comes down, they rebuild it. And it's just like just a pattern. And it's like they sabotage, this relationship is sabotaging themselves. There's always an interrogation. It's like they go out with their friends, they get in a fight. It's always like who you're with, what you're doing, questioning, controlling. It's obsessive. This is a very unhealthy relationship. And they keep saying, well, let's just keep working on it. Let's keep working on it. Let's keep rebuilding. Let's just be persistent. But it's like they build it back up just for it to fall down again and start right back over. And it's like Groundhog Day in this relationship. Okay, yeah, the Sword and the Rose. So, yeah, this is the truth. And both people, but like the person who's really wanting to make the healthy choices is getting clarity, okay? The truth is coming out and they want to speak their truth. They're trying to get the courage Revelations are coming out. There's forces greater than this, like up in the heavens and the ethers. Like spirit guides, angels, anything else you believe in. Those are the things that are deciding, that the truth is going to come out, okay? Because this is not an honorable relationship, okay? And there is divine protection, there's divine power, bringing clarity. Because I think there's someone else or somewhere else that these people are supposed to be. Okay? There's a revelation coming out. People, it's like, what's her name? She's a tarot card reader. Sag, something Sag, whatever. I'll think of it. But she says, people put people together and God puts people together. And this is a relationship where, like, maybe people put these people together or these people just decided to be together, but this is not a divine union. This is not a union that was, like, heavenly. This person doesn't want me to say it because, like, everything's falling over this one dragon. This is not a relationship that the divine put together. This is a relationship that is for convenience, for money, for all the wrong reasons. And the only reason you should be together is for love, which conquers all things, right? Love conquers all. But someone's getting clarity. Okay, see, the rose and sword. Sword always means truth, and the rose is love, and honor. Someone's gonna honor, and I feel like one person, I feel like some people in these relationships that I'm talking about feel like they have to honor their commitment, they have to honor this thing, but it's like, is it really bringing honor to the world? Like, y'all are fighting, it says you're rebuilding, you're repeating patterns, you're codependent, it's controlling, it's obsessive, it says there's a lot of gossip, it's just fun, but someone's not getting what they need. And it's like, it's just time to move on. You know what I'm saying? Someone's getting clarity, and I think both people are. No matter what happens, there is something powerful that's going to change. People in 2024 who are not with the people they're supposed to be with are going to be forced to be with the people they're supposed to be with. Whether that be the people they're with, they're going to have a healing. I don't really know. You could be with the right person and y'all just aren't healed. And you're going out with your friends too much. And the divine is saying, going to reverse that and saying, no, you need to sit your ass at home and you need to work on your relationship. Because people have divine missions here on earth, and it's not just about partying and whatever. Like, there's real serious things we're supposed to be doing here, like helping one another, like changing the world for the better for the next generation coming up, right? So this is something like that. I mean, like these relationships that I'm talking about is supposed to be paradise. We're supposed to be trying to create paradise on earth here, okay? We're supposed to be helping to spread happiness and expanding humanity, being playful and joyful and becoming one, enjoying one another. If you're in a relationship where you're not enjoying one another, either you need to take your hammer out and rebuild it and work on it, or you need to take your hammer and end it and move on and go where you're supposed to be, okay? Because relationships are going to be evolving to the next phase, whether they are the ones that are supposed to be together or the ones you're supposed to be going to evolve. But there has to be growth, okay? In 2024, there has to be growth, and people have to start healing their inner childhood wounds. And if healing your childhood wounds takes you away from a relationship that you're in that's unhealthy, then that's going to happen. If it keeps you in that relationship because God put y'all together but wants y'all to put in the work is about to start happening, okay? Because it's time to grow, guys. Yeah, and yeah, so I feel like like what, like someone in this relationship is watching, or maybe y'all are watching one another, you're looking, there's a lot of gaslighting going on. It's all about perception, and some people are just like focusing out of their relationships, like they're looking elsewhere. Okay, but they don't want anyone to see it, so they're putting on the sunglasses so like no one knows where they're really looking, but they're looking away from where they're at, because where they're at, like on an intuitive level, they know is not the right place for them to be. Okay, now, or you could be having an affair and you're looking back in your relationship with sunglasses saying, okay, I really need to be back there in my relationship working with that. It depends on your situation, how it resonates. Some of you are supposed to be working on the situation that you're actually in. Some of you are supposed to be leaving that situation for something that it suits you better, okay? It's all in your perception and what's going on in your situation. I can't tell you that part. You have to figure it out. You have to use your own discernment in this reading and figure out where it fits, okay? But there needs to be more talking and more communication, okay? So, someone's interested in talking more and conversing. Okay, I think there could be some important messages that come through. Maybe you're going to hear from someone, or maybe someone in this relationship is going to talk to the other person, tell them something they need to know. Maybe there's going to be a breakup and that person's going to go talk to someone else. I don't know, but there is a message coming, a text, a call, an email, a text, a call, or an email. And some people could just be hoovering. It could be a situation where you're trying to get out of the situation, but this person keeps hovering over you and keeping you from moving the direction you're supposed to be going. And then some of you, it could be the person that you've been having an affair with is hovering over you and keeping you from working and putting the work into your marriage that you're supposed to be putting into, depending on your situation or the people that you know. This might not be you. This could just be someone you know or someone connected to you. But there is going to be breakup, separation. They want you to stop the pattern. So like you're breaking up with something. If you're having an affair, you're going to be stopping and breaking up with that person. If you're in a marriage that's not working, you're going to be breaking up and stopping that pattern, okay? There could be a silent treatment, and there could be abandonment. You could be going back to someone that you abandoned. You could be wanting someone you abandoned. It could be that you're abandoning a situation that's no longer serving you. My advice is, if you're, I don't think abandonment is ever a good thing if you're married, because you do have loose ends that you need to tie up. You need to take care of your responsibilities, but sometimes you do have to abandon certain situations if it's just getting toxic and going on and on and on. So you have to just, when you do leave a relationship, make sure you're doing it in a fair, proper way. Don't just walk out and be like, I don't care, whatever. I'm just leaving everything to you. Be fair about it. Be honest. Give the other person closure and clarity. And I think some people have in the past. There are going to be some heartbroken people in 2024. But rejection is God's protection. So whatever is happening, you need to let go and let God, because sometimes things are being removed from your life to prepare you for something better. And sometimes things are actually, bringing you together and helping you. And maybe it's heartbreaking for you to have to give up certain things, like going out so much with your friends and really, giving up all these outside influences so you can actually work on your relationship. You know what I'm saying? But in 2024, I do believe there's going to be great changes to all relationships, whether they're healthy or they're not healthy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so learn from the past. This is the thing. People have to learn. You need to learn from your mistakes. I was just telling my son today, you either learn or you repeat. So you can either learn from your mistakes, or you're going to keep repeating cycles until you learn. God is a very kind, benevolent, forgiving God. He's not going to put you in hell forever and burn you for eternity. He's just going, it's going to feel like that because you're going to keep repeating until you get it right. So you might have to come back to earth 7 times with the same person and do the same whole thing until you finally have the aha clarity moment, the sound, the sword and the rose, and you get it right. Okay? So that's why, in my opinion, it's better just to learn the lesson and keep repeating patterns. But someone's reminiscing, and someone wants to make memories, and then some people are like looking back at memories, and those memories are sort of inspiring them by looking back to do things differently because they're tired of repeating the pattern. They're tired of these karmic patterns going on, and they're ready to make a change, okay? Yeah, the chaser. Chaser in a codependent relationship, a fear of abandonment, and that keeps coming up, abandonment. Someone's afraid of being abandonment and of being abandoned, and some other people are afraid of abandoning someone. It's like there are abandonment issues, but all I can say about that is that you have to practice non-attachment to avoid suffering, okay? You could lose someone and everything at any moment. You cannot attach yourself so much to something that you're that afraid of losing it, okay? Because we're not supposed to be attached to things like that. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be connected to the divine. You're supposed to love your creator and to know that at any moment anything can change and you can lose people. And you have to be willing to be able to sit with yourself and be okay with your own company and not feel like you need someone there, especially if that person is toxic. It's better to be alone than to be in a relationship that's not progressing and where you're not transforming and where you're not going to the next phase and you're not healing your inner child and you're not growing. If you have to do that alone, do it alone. If you can do it within a healthy relationship, then do it that as well. You have to choose. But this coming year, there are going to be some hard choices that have to be made like this in a lot of different relationships, okay? So, I'm going to give y'all some of my messages. Of course, they go flying. They love me to go digging around on the floor. Okay, here. Having a sense of humor will help to heal in situations in your life. Please take time to recharge yourself. So some of you guys need time to recharge. You need to keep a sense of humor because laughter is like medicine to the soul, okay? And yeah, sometimes we're going through some tough times and sometimes things are hard, but when you can keep lighthearted about things and you can keep your sense of humor, it can really help to heal. That's why people like comedy and they like to laugh. Like when you have that belly laugh, it's so healing and it's so fun. And when you don't take everything so seriously, it helps to lighten things up. Okay, plan a staycation. Make every detail of how you'll spend your day or night at home super special. Plan to spoil yourself. So if you can't afford a vacation, do a staycation. Stay home. This goes back to the self-love and self-care, which is the first card with healthy choices, right? Make healthy choices in love and life. Self-care, self-love to make yourself happier. She's eating vegetables. She's relaxing. Do a staycation. Sometimes that's even better than a vacation. Because sometimes planning a vacation, as I know because I just took a cruise, can be more stressful than the vacation is, relaxing. So just think about that, a staycation. Okay, remember, you reap what you sow. Always invest in love, kindness, and good vibes, and help humanity. Okay, guys, I have to tell you this, only because this card came up, because I wasn't going to keep saying this over and over, but just so that you know, 2024 is here. It is the year of karma. Why? Because 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 adds to 8. 8 is a karmic number. Why? Because if you look at the shape of 8, what's happening in 8? What's going around is coming around, right? So, what people have put out since the last year that was 8, I forget what year that was, that added to 8. It was the year of I think it was goat. It was the year of the goat. Whatever year that was the last 8 year. And whatever you've put out since the year of the goat, you can look it up in Chinese zodiac, what year that was till now, which is 2024. Those many years, whatever you put out, you're going to get back. You're going to reap what you sow. What goes around is going to come around. People are going to be getting mad karma this year. You're going to see it. You're going to know it. It's going to be intense because it's also the year of the dragon. Thank God I think it's just a wood dragon this year. It's not a fire dragon. I'm actually born under fire dragon, which are very intense. Probably one of the most intense, I mean, they're just fiery, fire dragons. But it's still year of the dragon. And because of that, the karma is going to be really intense. So whatever people put out, they're going to get back. I don't know what you put out. I hope you put out good. I hope you did right by people. I hope you helped those who needed help. I hope you didn't abandon people. I hope you didn't allow your childhood issues to keep you harming others or abandoning or neglecting or whatever. I don't know what you did. Only you and God know. And here's the thing. You can also get karma from a lot of there's so many factors. I can't really just tell you specifically what's going to happen, but I can tell you, you're going to be looking around and seeing people get serious karma. Whatever they put out, it's coming back to them. 2024, 8. So, and the reason I'm saying that is because this card came out. Of all these cards, you could see all these stupid cards. I'm not stupid, but I make these cards on my own. I write them and I put all the stickers on here. So I would have no idea that this card would come out, right? Remember, you reap what you sow. Always invest in love, kindness, and good vibes. Help humanity. So if you've been investing in love, kindness, and good vibes and trying to help humanity, good for you. If not, I want to tell you, buckle up, buttercup, because it could get rough. But here's the thing. Karma is actually not a bad thing, because even if you get karma back for the things you've done, it's just going to teach you to become a better person. Karma is not a punishment. Karma is to help mold you and make you more Christ-like, more elevated. And the only way we don't learn when money's flowing and life is great and everything's going in our favor. When things are rough is when we learn the most, right? So there you go. The people who haven't been learning their lessons, karma's going to probably press a little harder on them to help them learn those lessons in this new year. Okay? So be really careful how you speak about others at this time, as it will be repeated. There you go. Be really careful how you speak about others at this time, because it will be repeated, okay? And it says girls' night, which is interesting because this card said girl talk and girls' night out. So be careful what you're saying when you're going out and speaking with your friends, okay? Be careful what you tell people. It will be repeated. That's just a message for someone. You need to be careful. If you don't care, you don't care. I don't keep secrets. I never say anything to someone behind their back that I'm not willing to say to their face. So if I were you, I'd consider following that rule. If you're not willing to say it to their face, don't say it, because it will get repeated back to them, okay? Make sure the people around you are giving as much as you are. Keep the energy flow balanced. That's what I was talking about. Give, but also know that as much as you give is what you're going to get back, and you need to balance it. Don't allow energy vampires to take more from you than they're willing to give back to you. I mean, obviously it's never 50-50, 100% of the time, but you want it to be pretty balanced, okay? An unexplained event or news will change your direction. Yeah, I talked about that. Shocking news, remember? Right here, shocking news. Sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, transformation. Yeah, something shocking is coming. And then this is a Y here, which could mean yes, it could mean you, it could mean someone who starts with a Y, it could mean, I don't know, someone who's very young. There's a flower, there's a unicorn, there's question mark. I mean, this is going to be shocking. It's going to be an event or news. It's going to change your whole direction. It's unplanned. It's coming. I don't know what it is, but I don't know if it's good or bad, but it's just all I do. Your fears are unnecessary. Avoid thinking worst case scenarios. Yeah, and stop being tired. If you're tired, rest. Don't think in worst case scenarios, okay? There's a rabbit on here. I don't know, maybe someone's gonna get pregnant because I think of a rabbit like the rabbit died. I don't know. It's not gonna be me because I can't. But anyways, there's a little devil, there's tired, there's an N, maybe no. Maybe you know someone who starts with an N. Name starts with an N. I don't know what that could mean to you. Okay, you're involved with a whack person, someone who is low quality, lame as F, stupid, fake, crappy, shitty, and no good. Sorry, I didn't say it, the card said it. Well, I said it, but like, I just wrote it on a card randomly and it came out. So what can I say? Yes, you're involved with a whack person, someone who's low quality, lame as F, stupid, fake, crappy, shitty, and no good. There you go. Now you know. And I would advise that you get away from that person because, as I told y'all, it's the year of karma. And here's another thing. Even if you have great karma, and you've been a great person, if you're around somebody whose karma is terrible, you will take on that person's karma. So it would behoove you to surround yourself with people who have been putting good into the universe and not evil, okay? Because when you attach yourself, especially sexually and spiritually, you will have to take on that person's karma. And a lot of people who are karmics, who have done a lot of karmic things and they know it's coming for them, will attach to empathetic people because they know that you will take on part of their karma and they don't want to deal with it. So they'll come and suck your essence and let you carry their karma. So you have to set boundaries. Which beauty are you portraying to others? One that they can see or one that they can feel? Your beauty needs to be the kind of beauty that people can feel. Not that they just see, but when you walk in the room, they feel your beauty on a soul and a spiritual level. And that's the kind of person you need to be around. Someone who's spiritually beautiful. Because spiritually beautiful people have good karma. People who are spiritually bankrupt aren't going to be very spiritually beautiful. They might be beautiful on the outside, but they might be spiritually skeletor on the inside. So you need to think about that, okay? All right. One more card and I'm closing this out. This reading got so funny. Okay, this is important. Jealousy is wreaking havoc in your life. Stop considering yourself as trying to protect or keep someone in your life. Yes, if people are jealous of you, let them go. Jealousy is a real disease. It's a disease. There's a reason why it's in the 10 Commandments. Thou shalt not covet your, envy is not good. Why? Why is envy not good? Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because when you're envious of someone else, you're in lack mentality. You're telling God or your creator, whoever put us here, whatever you want to call him, Allah, whoever, that person greater than us up there that put us, or that thing or that entity that put us here, that what you've been given and what's been bestowed upon you that's beyond your control. Now there's some things you can control. I'm talking about what you can't control. You're telling that entity that it's not good enough and that you're lacking and that something else is the other person has is better and that life isn't fair and boo-hoo and I'm a victim and wah, 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 wah. Nobody wants to hear that. Least of all, the person who created you, God, Allah, the higher power, whatever, the universe. They don't want to hear you whining. That's why jealousy is not a good thing. You should be happy with what you have. You should walk your path. You should stop trying to be someone else and be who you are. Take the gifts you were given. Take the weight you have. Take the skin you have. Take the hair you have. Take the, height, the whatever, the talents, the gifts, whatever gifts you have. be grateful that you're here learning and experience it, and stop worrying about what everyone else is doing and focus on yourself and healing yourself. Jealousy is a real disease, and it will literally destroy you. It will. I really believe jealousy will rot you, will rot to the bones, will rot your bones, like will just suck the life out of you. It's sick. It's like a cancer. It destroys relationships. It destroys families. It destroys beautiful connections. Jealousy destroys a lot because people can't just be grateful and have gratitude for what they have. Be grateful for what you have. Be thankful, okay? Everything is a gift. Even things that seem like not a gift can become your greatest gift. It's all about perception, okay? So, no jealousy. Jealousy is a real, it already says it's wreaking havoc in your life. People who are jealous of you, or if you're jealous of other people, or if you're jealous of a relationship, or if you're anything you're feeling jealous, or someone who's feeling jealous, you've got to cut that out because it's keeping you from growth. And it's something to do with inner childhood wounds that's making you feel this way, or making other people feel this way towards you. Their childhood wounds. Don't concern yourself. And do not try to protect or keep someone in your life. If they don't want to be there, let them go. If they don't think you're good enough, let them go. Do not compete, okay? Never, ever, ever compete. If there's a choice, if somebody is like, I don't know who, let them choose the other person. You should never, ever, ever compete, okay? Okay, you're going to get recognition for the growth that you do this year, guys, in 2024. If you're in relationships, if you let the relationship go, whatever you do, you're going to do the right decision. If you choose to work on it, you're going to know. Your intuition's going to tell you because you're going to see. And if it's a lot of chaos and fighting and jealousy and misery, you're going to know that's not for you. Remember the fruits of the Spirit: love, peace, joy, kindness, self-control, all those things. If that's not happening in a relationship, you either need to talk and work on it, or you need to let it go, because your peace is very, very, very precious. That's why Jesus said to pray for the peace that passes all understanding. In 2024, let's all look for that type of peace, okay? That's the peace that we all need to embrace. We need to stop fighting. We need to stop being jealous. We need to stop being in relationships that aren't serving us. Just because you have a certificate, or just because you have kids and all these kinds of things, if you're fighting and you're being in a negative, low vibrational energy, you're not helping your kids, you're harming your kids. It's better to separate them and get them in a peaceful environment than to keep them with parents who don't get along and who hate each other and who are being violent and who you're not role modeling good things. You're role modeling a bad, unhealthy relationship, and they're not going to do what you tell them to do. They're going to do what they see you doing. They're going to do what they see you doing, not what you tell them to do. So it's better to co-parent in different places with children and keep them in quiet, peaceful environments, and to see their parents being civil rather than screaming, yelling, fighting, hating, or even if it's not parents, money. Give them half the money. You can make more money. You can't even take money with you when you die, but peace and an experience and joy, those are things you're going to be remembering on your deathbed. You're going to be taking that in with your soul. You're not going to have a U-Haul hitched up at your funeral. So if you have to give up money to get out of a miserable situation, then do it. You can always get more money, and trust me, your Creator is going to always look out for you when you're making the right choice, when you're choosing peace, love, kindness, joy, and doing the right thing. You will always be rewarded for that. I promise you. Maybe not immediately, but, the Bible says those who wait upon the Lord will receive wings of an eagle and they will fly. I don't really know the exact verse. Something to that effect. Bless those who wait upon the Lord, for they shall receive wings of like an eagle and fly. I don't really know. I'm going to look it up and I'm going to try to tell y'all in another reading. But basically, waiting upon the Lord and trusting in divine timing is very important. And just know that you can't grab something better when you're still holding on to something in your hand that isn't very good. Better to let that thing that's not good go so you can grab something better for yourself. And if you have something in your hand that you know needs work, open your hand up and start doing that work. Work on what you have if you know it's worth saving and it's really something that you value. You're going to decide that in 2024 because this year is going to force people to truly be accountable. And if they don't, you guys, I'm telling you, you're going to see some pretty shocking things. People that you never thought those things would happen to. People that you thought were like high and mighty and these great pillars of people, whatever. You're just going to see some very karmic, interesting things happening. Karma's going to be dished out. And, actually, I'm praying for mercy for a lot of people because I know a lot of these people didn't even realize, how Jesus said, forgive them for they know not what they do. A lot of these people didn't know because they don't believe in this. They don't believe in karma. They don't believe in this stuff. They think it's ridiculous. But I've seen it too many times, and it's not ridiculous. It is a universal law. And there's just some laws that you cannot, no matter what you do, get around. You can't. And y'all are going to see that in 2024. So just prepare thyself, pray, love your enemies, pray for them, pray for mercy, always give mercy, always forgive, be benevolent. It's hard. I'm not going to say you're not going to get angry. I'm not going to say you might not cuss people out. You might say, hey, you're this. But at the end of the day, be the bigger person. It's part of your spiritual growth. And it's hard. That's why Jesus said anybody can love somebody who's nice to them, but it takes a true spiritual person to turn the other cheek and to love your enemies. So in 2024, you have to love your enemies. And if yourself is your enemy, then you need to learn to love yourself and stop making your own self your enemy. Because a lot of you have been allowing yourself to be your biggest enemy. Think about that. Okay, I love you guys. I didn't mean to get all crazy and deep about y'all. It's like 4 a.m. I don't know what I'm thinking. I just wanted to put this out because I think y'all need to hear it. And I'm trying to get back to my posting. It's so hard. I don't know why. It's just hard for me to post. I just procrastinate and I find a million things to do. But I'm going to get on it. You're going to see in February. I'm going to just get intense on here with this, okay? I love y'all. Bye.